Thank you. I'm honored to have been asked to introduce our next speaker, Representative Cathy McMorris Rodgers. Since first being elected to the House in 2004, she has earned the trust of her constituents and praise on Capitol Hill for her hard work, conservative principles, bipartisan outreach, and leadership. As chair of the House Republican Conference, she is the fourth highest ranking Republican in the House and the highest ranking woman in Congress. It's been my great pleasure to work with her over the years on energy issues, particularly hydropower. Representing Eastern Washington, she is well familiar with the benefits of hydro, as the state gets a majority of its electricity from hydro resources. She is co-chair of the Northwest Energy Caucus and the founder of the Hydropower Caucus. And she is a longtime champion of hydropower. We are proud at NHA to have worked with her to pass hydropower legislation signed into law back in 2013, and to continue to work with her on important hydropower licensing improvements that are included in her bill, the Hydropower Policy Modernization Act of 2017. Family is also important to the Congresswoman, those of her constituents in Eastern Washington as well as her own. So no introduction would be complete without mentioning her husband, Brian, and her three children, Cole, Grace, and Britton. With that, let's all give a warm welcome to Representative Cathy McMorris Rodgers.
Great to be here. Thank you, Jeff, for the kind introduction. Great to see Senator Ayotte in the audience. I'm proud to represent Eastern Washington and all that it has to offer. Washington State is one of the national leaders when it comes to clean, renewable energy. From wind to solar, nuclear to hydropower, biomass and hydrogen fuel cells like Plug Power in Spokane. I'm excited about technological innovation and American ingenuity that enables us to develop new and cutting-edge ways of clean energy production. The Pacific Northwest National Laboratory, located in Washington State, is a premier Department of Energy national lab working on some of these energy storage solutions. PNNL has extensive knowledge in developing and testing new battery materials, as well as building state-of-the-art facilities and instrumentation to advance these technologies for commercialization. Washington State is leading the nation in advanced energy concepts, and I'm proud of the active partnerships we have with our universities, with PNNL and industry to develop and deploy these technologies. As was mentioned, the people that I have the honor of representing in Eastern Washington heavily rely on clean, renewable, reliable, and affordable energy created from hydropower. Hydropower helped build the Pacific Northwest, and still today it provides our energy with competitive energy to power our communities, our businesses, and our homes. It accounts for over 70% of our energy, and it's the largest source of renewable energy in the country. Through utilizing modern technology and research, we have improved fish ladders and turbines to ensure that dams and fish can coexist. And by unleashing American innovation, we can continue to support hydropower so it can continue to support us. But did you know that we could double hydropower production in this country without building a single new dam? And not to mention, it would create up to 700,000 new jobs. One of the ways we do this is by streamlining the relicensing process. It takes, on average, 18 months to license a new natural gas facility. But it can take more than 10 years to license a new hydropower facility or renew a project. It's time we readdress this antiquated, arbitrary licensing process to make hydropower production easier and less costly. That's why I've introduced the Hydropower Policy Modernization Act of 2017 to speed up that process. It facilitates the development of small hydropower conduit projects using emerging technologies that improve the capture of energy along irrigation canals, municipal water supply, as well as other infrastructure. We need to expand the use of this base load, not limit it, and that's what my legislation will help do. I was also proud to lead legislation that was signed back in 2013 to support the development of small conduit projects. These were 10 megawatts or less, and it's been fun to see these projects now pop up all across the country. In the Northwest, we also rely on other baseload renewables like carbon neutral biomass and clean nuclear energy. In recent years, you've all heard about the catastrophic wildfires that we have been experiencing in the Northwest. The Forest Service has warned us that our forests are in terrible shape. Many millions of acres that are diseased, bug-infested, dead, dying trees, waiting to fuel the next major fire. But when we use excess fire products for biomass production, we can reduce forest fire and keep our lands healthier, our trees healthier, and also create a stable energy source. In Eastern Washington, we've seen how biomass has great potential to complement existing forestry infrastructure, grow jobs in our local community, and provide renewable energy. In Kettle Falls, Washington, a local utility has a 50 megawatt biomass plant converting wood waste into electricity. And yet, despite the fact that they are located right in the middle of the Colville National Forest, a 1 million acre forest with hundreds of thousands of diseased, bug-infested trees, they often have to import and haul this wood waste from 200 miles or beyond, import it from Canada. Active forest management can help facilitate increased production of biomass. But that's not all. We must also officially recognize biomass as the carbon neutral energy resource that it is. And I look forward to supporting efforts to make that a reality. Many of you may also be familiar with the Hanford nuclear site in Washington State. It sits right outside of my district. But as we continue to advance bipartisan energy strategy, we must remember our commitment for the responsible environmental cleanup at Hanford and other sites. Still today, more than 2,000 tons of spent nuclear waste and millions of gallons of high-level waste awaits deposit at Hanford. That's why it's so important that we move forward with the Yucca Mountain site so we can properly dispose of nuclear waste here in Washington State as well as all across the country. It's for all of these reasons that Washington State is able to enjoy some of the lowest energy rates in the country. Affordable energy isn't just good for the environment. Affordable, clean energy isn't just good for the environment. It's good for families, small business owners all over the district that I represent. Promoting and encouraging more responsible energy production is common sense in meeting our energy potential and growing our economy. And I'm proud to be a partner in that effort. I thank you for honoring me today as a clean energy champion, and I look forward to working with you in the months ahead. Thank you very much. Have a great symposium.